Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is called Steel. We are still in Corey's Jewelers. As you can see, we are still here. They are still fangirling over us for retrieving the Crimson Tiara, because that thing was expensive as hell. For now, we're about to head out, and I'm pretty sure something's gonna happen that will let us know whether or not we're gonna go back to Trista today, or if we are allowed to stay here for the summer festival, which I think would be the better way to go about it. Just like we still need to see Elise at St. Astraia's Girls Academy, right? So let's get out of here and see what happens. Phew, that was quite exhausting. Phantom VP was even more unpleasant fellow than I had expected. Anything to think his smug fate was watching us the whole time. Yeah, though his name is pretty well known around here. He was plainly suspicious even when we first met him, but I didn't expect he'd prove this much of a troublemaker. Something wrong, Rean? Well, I was just thinking, he must be incredibly skilled. He disguised himself so well that he was virtually unrecognizable, not to mention all those other things he did. If this were martial art we were talking about, he'd definitely be at the master level. I can't disagree. Sure. But why would someone like that try to mess with us? Well, he specifically asked for Group A too, though I can't imagine why. Maybe we'll find out now. Is it my father again? This is Class 7, Group A. Rean Schwarzer speaking. Oh, hello. Sounds like you've been keeping yourself busy. I know it's you, Instructor Sarah. Oh, got it in one go. How'd you guess? Don't tell me. It was your smoldering love for your tragically beautiful teacher. I have many feelings about you, but love would be stretching it. Anyway, you don't usually call us while we're out on field study. Is something wrong? Oh, actually, there's someone I'd like Group A to go. When you finished up what you have to do for your field study, I'd like for you to head over to the Sanct district. Okay, let's see. That's where Heimdall Cathedral and the embassies are, right? I think Elise's academy is somewhere around there too. Yep, that's the place. I want all of you to assemble outside of St. Astraia's Girls' School at 5 o'clock. Group B will be there too. What? Oh, don't worry. I've already informed the governor about this, so go ahead and enjoy yourself. Anyway, have fun. Toodles! Yeah, I think we're gonna get the confirmation that Alfin chooses Rean for her partner at the garden party. I hope so, because I want to see Elise freak out. Hey, hold on. Hey, what's wrong now? It sounded as though the instructor is being her usual irresponsible self again. Pretty much. I don't know what she's thinking. Rean explained to the rest of the team that they were to assemble at St. Astraia's Girls' School by 5 o'clock. Oh, I know where that is. That's the Girls' Academy for Nobles. Isn't that the one your sister attends? I have a few acquaintances who attend there myself. But I can't imagine why she'd have us all meet there. Girls' Academy, huh? I'm kinda curious. I'm sure she has her reasons. Weird ones, probably. It's almost evening, so we should finish up here and start heading over. The best way to get to the Sanct district is by tram, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter where we catch the tram from, it will pass through there. I almost dread to think what we'll have to do when we get there though. The Sanct district has been added to the list of locations selectable from any of the capital's tram stops. So we do have the luxury to go wherever we want at this point. There's only one point I want to go to. First, there's one thing I do want to do. I want to change Elliot here just in case we're going to be thrown into a fighting situation when we get there, and I just want to be sure that we are prepared for that. And the other one is, I want to go to Vancouver Street. Mainly because I want to check out if... Oh, no, careful. I want to check out if there is a new... What is a Imperial Chronicle episode? Just in case, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a special one for tomorrow's summer festival. I just want to make sure that we do not miss anything in between. Nope, still good. So, because I don't know if there's going to be a new issue of the Imperial Chronicle at the summer festival, or if it's going to be that pamphlet we helped make. So yeah. And having said that, let's have a quick check at the Imperial Chronicle as well. Yes, we did receive your request. Please go ahead and make your way to the waiting area. I'll call the person responsible. Alright, that's still the same as last time. Still looking for his girl. Was that Annabelle? Yes, my name is Cargan. I have placed an advertisement in your missing person section several days ago. Has anyone contacted you about the information on Lady Annabelle? Yeah, I remember. Because she lost her wallet last time, so I wonder what she lost now. Who knows, maybe she was part of a Group B's tasks that she had to do. Alright, so let's head over to the Sunk District. Might as well. We can't, so we need to use an actual tram in order to get there. Well, there is some logic to that. Yeah. Because probably the scene will be that we arrive there on tram, and if we select it from the menu, or when walking out to another region, there is technically the possibility that we walk there, and I probably want to make sure that we arrive there by tram. I doubt we'll have time to do anything else once we arrive at the Sank District. Should we get going? Yeah, I'm relatively sure that we've done everything. There are a few little things that I still want to do, like gathering up some more accessories for my party and stuff like that, but that's optional, not mandatory. And I'm hoping that those accessories might be coming into play at a later time in Tristan, maybe? I know, but we at least got the minimum that I wanted, and that is well over 5 of everything, so plenty of things to equip people with, so yes, we are ready. Traveling to the Sank District will cause the main story to advance. Travel to the Sank District, because I'm very curious. And besides, if we're gonna be here tomorrow for the summer festival, which I hope, we still have time to do some little things in case we wanted to. All different kinds of girls from the Saint Astraias.
They were wearing the same uniform as Rean's sister.
Yeah, they must go to Saint Astraia too.
So, the famous Saint Astraia Girls' School is around here, huh? It's supposed to be a combined middle and high school exclusively for the young ladies of the nobility.
Yeah, this is one part of the capital that the masses have no reason to visit. Although, I can at least support the school's commitment to fostering chastity and rejecting materialism.
You seem to know an awful lot about a fancy girls' school.
Especially the chastity part of it.
No, I don't. This is all just common knowledge.
Anyway, let's go and wait by the front gate.
Yeah, those were the instructor's orders.
I'm feeling kind of nervous, actually.
Yeah, because they have no idea what's waiting for them. I have one idea, but I have no idea if that's gonna be the thing that's gonna happen.
Why would you?
To men, this academy must seem clad in the mysterious, impenetrable aura of feminine nobility.
I was wondering... Did you not want to come here, Laura?
My father did recommend it to me, but they offered no classes in the martial arts.
And that was the deal breaker for Laura, definitely.
That alone was reason enough to look elsewhere.
I can totally understand that.
Though I get the feeling Laura would cause a real uproar if she went to a school for genteel young ladies.
Yeah, I can picture the chaos now.
Oh? I have a number of acquaintances who attend there, and from all I hear, it does seem to be a wonderful school. I've heard that even Princess Alfin herself is a student there.
Mm-hmm, we know.
I've heard that too.
Princess who?
You've seriously never heard of her? I know you're not from Erebonian, but even still.
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if plenty of Erebonians didn't know who she is.
Princess Alfin is the daughter of our reigning emperor, His Majesty Emperor Ugent. She's supposed to be as sweet as an angel, and popular with everyone.
Is that so?
Actually, I believe she's the same age as Fee. I've had the opportunity to meet her once before. She truly is as charming as the rumors suggest.
Considering who she's related to, I'm not surprised.
I figured as much. I've seen photographs of her plenty of times in magazines, though I've never had the opportunity to meet her.
Sounds like she's in the same school year as Elise, come to think of it. She has a twin brother, too, Prince Cedric. He's the crown prince of Erebonia.
Oh, right. I think I've seen a picture of the prince in a magazine before. Dark blonde hair, like Eustace's brother, right?
Oh, I think you're thinking of Prince Olivert. He's Cedric and Alfin's older brother.
Why isn't he the crown prince then?
I've heard the reason is that his mother was a commoner. It seems like a stupid reason to deny him the right of succession, but that's how nobles do things.
I feel like I've been hearing his name a lot lately.
Yeah, ever since he was done with his works in Liberal, he really stepped up his effort to participate in the noble circuit.
He made a big splash when he came back from Liberal aboard that airship. You know the one, right?
I do.
Ah, you must be referring to his return aboard the Arcel, after the crisis in Liberal was put to rest.
And this is actually the first time that I actually hear it spoken out loud, the Astraia and Liberal. So now I know the little changes I made, not too far off at least.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It really made a big impact. I'd never seen an airship that looked so white and elegant before.
I believe my father went to welcome the prince back in his capacity as Imperial Governor, too. And yeah, now that you mention it, that does seem to be when I started hearing his name around a lot more.
Oh, you're all here already.
Ah, you made it.
It's good to see you all again.
You're a bunch of early birds, aren't you?
Well, we just about finished up everything we had to do when we got the call to meet here.
Were you able to finish up everything on your end, too?
As if we'd leave any loose ends.
There's always the possibility.
If not for our unfamiliarity with the city, we would have been finished this morning.
Every time.
Looks like getting these two to kiss and make up will be an uphill battle.
Well, some say that when someone gets under your skin, it means you really care about what they think.
That is exactly what I'm thinking.
Wait, did you two...
I figured the girls would be the first to notice.
Of course. I apologize for any worry I've caused you.
We're fine now. Really? That's great! It sure is. Maybe after this field study is over, we can get together and spend the night talking in one of our rooms.
Can we partake as well? Because I will be very curious to see what these four would talk about in one room together.
Sounds good.
The thought of a Class 7 pajama party makes me a little embarrassed.
That's girls for you.
Girls and sleepovers go together like jam and toast, huh?
That must be Heimdall Cathedral's bell.
Well, it at least means that we're all here in time. Except Sarah.
It has a solemn, stately sound, wouldn't you say?
Sounds so different from how it does in the Ost District. Though that makes sense considering the distance.
Yeah, it's pretty loud, but it's in this district that it's sounding, so yeah.
That bell ringing must mean it's 5 o'clock, which means it's almost the time we were supposed to meet here.
Rean?
Elise, what are you doing here? Wait, I guess this is your school, so where else would you be?
Yes. I see all of your classmates are with you, too. It's only been a week since we saw you, hasn't it?
Well, we were told to meet here.
Wait a minute. Are you the ones?
Oh no. What did you do this time?
The 9 guests I was told to expect at 5 o'clock sharp?
Well, there are 9 of us in Class 7. Wait, what?
Then that would mean you're the one we were told wanted us to come here? Actually, I suspect that would be a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. Especially a special friend. Very special friend.
Why does she always have to be such a mischief maker? I swear. She could have at least given me a little warning that you were coming.
Oh hell no. That wouldn't be as funny for her and for us.
Elise?
Anyway, where are my manners? Welcome to St. Astraia Girls' School. I hope you'll enjoy your visit. Right this way.
Do we get to walk around? Because I wouldn't mind inspecting the entire place. Boys? Oh, I don't think I've seen that uniform before. Oh, uniforms from Thors Military Academy. My brother studied there when he was younger. Oh, isn't it the Military Academy Emperor Drygal founded? I heard there were all commoners around there too. Oh my, isn't that Lady Laura? She's always looks so gallant. Oh, do you think she's transferring here? Isn't that blonde boy Eustace Duke a brave son? Oh. Do you think that boy's a foreigner? He's so tall. Oh, that red one is so cute. The silver-haired girl looked like she needs a hug. The blonde girl seems so cultured. Which family does she reign from? Gossip, gossip, gossip. That's what you get when you go to a girls' school. But yes, I feel there's boring holes in my head. Pay them no mind. We certainly do seem to be the stars of the show today. And Laura's as popular as ever. I can't say that's being admired, doesn't feel nice, but... Oh, please, don't be too hard on them. We don't need as many opportunities to meet people from outside the school. Oh, you think that boy in the front is a commoner? I'm not sure, but either way, he does look handsome. How do you think he knows Elise? Actually, you're right. This is kind of uncomfortable. Are they all the same age as you, Elise? Oh, I don't know, and I don't care. The Rose Garden.
What's in here?
It looks like an indoor garden. This is the Academy's Rose Garden. The person who called you here is waiting inside. Who did call us here anyway?
Oh, they're gonna be so surprised.
Whoever they are, they must have considerable social standing.
Your Highness, I brought the guests. Thank you. Please show them in.
Oh.
No way.
Hey, Elise, is that...
Well, I guess you can call this one of the perks of being part of class number 7. And related to Elise.
You don't need to ask when you already know. Now, if you'll follow me... I knew it!
Princess Alfin.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. My name is Alfin. Alfin Rice Arner. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Beautiful shots of the region.
Come on, Elise, cheer up. I'm sorry, all right? I was only trying to tease you a little. Don't you have something you wanted to discuss with everyone? Please, go right ahead. Well, that aside, it's been a long time since I last saw both of you, Eustace and Laura. I'm glad to see you're both well.
Likewise, Your Highness.
You've become even more fetching since we last met.
Aw, thank you! I was rather hoping that you'd decide to enroll in St. Astraia too, but it seems you chose to attend Thors after all.
Well, I've committed myself to following the way of the sword, and Thors gives me a place to hone my skills. I apologize for not being able to live up to your expectations.
First I lost Angelica to Thors, then you too.
Well, it might have been a good thing that you lost Angelica to Thors, especially for your reputation, considering Angelica's extracurricular activities on school.
Perhaps I should just transfer there next year myself. Your Highness.
To be honest, I can see her do that, transferring to Thors Academy. Ooh. No, she can't get into our class, can she? I would love that, though.
Got you to look! But
Well, she seems lively.
She seems far more easygoing than I was expecting.
I've heard plenty about her, but none of that prepared me for meeting her in person.
So, this is what it's like to be in the presence of royalty. It's actually rather overwhelming.
I can see why people always compare her to an angel.
Me too.
please don't worry about me. While I still have much to learn before I feel like I deserve my status among the nobility, I've been blessed with wonderful friends, and I'm enjoying life here at the Academy.
Well, she does seem to have at least one wonderful friend.
And a friend in a pretty well-off place.
Kind of an understatement when that friend happens to be Princess Alfin.
I'm particularly happy to finally be able to meet you, Rean Schwarzer. Elise has told me so much about you. Your Highness!
I'm honored that you'd say so. Elise always mentions in her letters what a great friend she has. As her brother, I wanted to thank you for that.
Rean? Oh, it's so refreshing. You're every bit the person Elise says you are. Perhaps even more so.
Stop daydreaming about Rean, Alfin.
Huh?
Actually, I have a teensy-weensy favor to ask. Do you think I could join Elise in thinking of you as my dear brother as well?
Oh yeah, now she's full on teasing Elise with this.
What?
Your Highness! You see, Elise has spoken of you so often that in my heart, you've already come to feel like family. And now that I've had the opportunity to meet you, I fear I simply can't suppress these feelings any longer. I have two brothers already, of course, so I'm sure it won't take long to adjust.
I couldn't possibly. I mean...
That's enough, Your Highness.
Before Elise is gonna lash out.
Aw, don't be so stingy. Surely it wouldn't hurt to share him with me a little. Anyway, that aside,
The reason I called you here today was not to talk with me. There is someone else who would like to meet you.
Oliver?
Why? It's not like we're famous.
Who do you mean? Hey, isn't that...
I wonder.
A guitar? No, a lute?
Yeah, I think we just had our confirmation who it's gonna be.
Oh, it seems he's arrived.
And he always loves to make an entrance.
Oh,
I apologize for keeping you waiting.
Oh, and his classic uniform as well. Perfect.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
And you as well, young lady. Well, I trust everyone here has been making themselves comfortable.
who's this guy?
I'm not sure, though I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Yeah, I've got the same feeling.
I serve as a music instructor in the hallowed halls of this fine academic institution. In truth, I am ever on the hunt for that elusive mayfly we call love. But that might raise eyebrows at a girls' school. But whose pulse would not quicken wandering into this untainted cloister of dew-eyed maidens? Ah, the romance.
Perfect.
Could he be?
Ow! I think that's quite enough. Any more of that and our guests may start edging toward the exit.
Ah, I can always count on you to never miss a beat, my dear sister.
Oh, wait. So this is...
Yep, here's Olivert.
Wow.
Indeed.
Prince Olivert. For me, Olivier.
'Tis I, Olivert Rice Arner, also known by some unscrupulous individuals as the debaucherous prince.
Which would be a perfect friend for Angelica. To hang out, of course.
I also serve as Thors Military Academy's ornamental chairman of the board. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
Yeah, we did see him all the way in the beginning, because I suspected it to be him. I'm 99% sure it was him. And considering he's saying now that he's an ornamental chairman of the board, definitely is him. And however, I do love the red clothing he wears for his official things. Like this. His original one still has a place in my heart for Trails in the Sky.
I have to admit, I was surprised to learn that you're the chairman of the board of directors, Your Highness. I'd heard that the chairman was a member of the Imperial family, but still.
I'm not surprised. Who would expect the infamous prodigal son to chair a committee at a prestigious academy like Thors? I suppose it's not surprising they'd rather keep it hushed up, though. It wouldn't exactly be great for the school's image.
That's surprisingly forthright coming from you.
Is it really true, though? I mean, that you were the one responsible for establishing Class 7, Your Highness?
Is he now? I thought it was like a joint discussion type thing. Would be a really interesting implication if he's actually the one that suggested Class 7.
Indeed, I was.
Because did he do it because of his experiences in Liberal? Like the combination of people from the Brazier Guild coming together, overcoming great odds. And is that like the basis that he came up for Class 7?
You see, it's always been a tradition that a member of the Imperial family serves as chairman of the board. At first, I wore the title in name only, but I had a change of heart after my vacation in Liberl 2 years ago.
You were in Liberl back then?
That would put your visit during the incident that occurred there, correct?
It did. And he was actually in the center of it as well.
Right. All I've done since I returned to Erebonia has been inspired by my experience during the crisis in Liberl. As a result, fruitless though they may prove to be, I've set a number of plans in motion. One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thors Military Academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will.
Winds of change, huh?
I can only assume you're referring to our class?
Then the one who decided to throw both commoners and nobles into the same class was...
Yes, the idea was mine. Although the selected students also had to have a high aptitude with the Arcus units too.
I think I'm finally starting to understand the reasoning behind Class 7.
Same here.
And why we're being sent all over Erebonia on these field studies.
Yeah, because if you think about it, it's exactly the same advice Estelle got when she was a junior bracer. Go all over the country, learn about the people who live there, help them, and become acquainted with them. And it's exactly the same thing we're doing through our field studies.
To show us firsthand and give us cause to consider the conflict between the two factions.
Mm-hmm.
That is the purpose behind our field studies. Is it not, Your Highness?
That is one of the reasons, yes. However, my foremost intention was to show you that during your lives, you will encounter many obstacles and conflicts. Not just between factions, but between the capital and the provinces, tradition and technology, even between nations. In these turbulent times, I thought that this would provide the hands-on education today's promising youths need. We need up-and-comers who can think and act independently to face tomorrow's challenges head-on.
That makes sense.
Wow, that's quite a plan.
I can't help but feel a little unsure whether we can live up to such high expectations.
Well, to be honest, I think you already are.
Hearing your explanation has, at the very least, cleared up many of the doubts I've had up to this point.
Class 7 does seem like an ideal environment to expand one's outlook on life.
I feel like going through everything we have so far has brought us closer to doing exactly that.
Yep.
Marvelous. I'm so pleased to hear it. Just listening to you makes me feel even more certain that establishing Class 7 was the right decision. Especially since while the idea itself was mine, I have no real say in how the class is run day to day. Even so, I still hope to meet all of you at least once, if only to tell you all this. That was when Alfin stepped in and offered to set up this little meeting.
I see. Well, I could hardly refuse such a sincere request from my brother. But it also presented me a fine chance to finally meet Elise's beloved brother, as I've always wanted to. Your Highness!
Thank you for taking the time to tell us all of this, Your Highness. I feel like now that I know, I want to live up to the promise you saw in Class 7. Thing is, am I right in assuming that Class 7 doesn't exist just to fulfill your progressive ideal?
What do you...
Oh?
The board has its chairman, of course, but 3 directors besides. My older brother Rufus, Imperial Governor Karl Regnitz, and Irina Reinford of the Reinford Group.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you mention it...
They do seem to have certain expectations for us.
Precisely. As I mentioned, I no longer have anything to do with how Class 7 is run. That authority lies with the directors. As you're keenly aware, Rufus and Governor Regnitz sit on opposite sides of the factional divide.
Which can be a boon as well as an obstacle. But I think it's a good thing, because then they can evaluate both sides of the situation and decide what's best for Class 7, especially considering what Olivert wants to do. Bring commoners and nobles together in this situation.
And while Chairman Irina is mostly involved with Class 7's technology, like the Arcus, her intentions are a mystery to me. And it's those 3 who decide where you'll travel for your field studies.
Is that right?
When you put it that way, it does make it seem like some kind of bargaining is taking place behind the scenes.
It was one of the conditions they gave in exchange for allowing Class 7 to be established. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day, you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country. Well, I suppose when I put it that way, it sounds positively heroic. But that's just me. Don't feel too pressured by it. Your students, first and foremost. Reach out and grab that fragrant rose of school life. Join a club. Eat cheap food with your friends at midnight. Fall in love. We live but once. Make your youth count.
You know, it's weird, but hearing you say that kind of takes a load off my mind.
By the way, just earlier you said that we believed the Class 7 would be a great light.
Is there someone else involved with Thors who shares your vision for our class, Your Highness?
A hidden member we haven't seen yet? Because I would think the principal and the 3 directors, and he as a chairman, is already a great insight on the mind of the people behind Class 7, but who more?
There is. Principal Van Dyke.
Okay. We already knew it was part of it, of course.
I once attended Thors myself and studied under him. He gave my proposal to establish Class 7 his full backing.
I see.
He's been particularly considerate toward us ever since we arrived at the Academy.
While he has no direct control over the running of the Academy, he does preside over the board meetings. And above all, he's the one who assembled an excellent team to give you first-rate training.
An excellent team, you say?
Are you referring to Instructor Sarah?
Well, she's certainly one of them. Still, coaxing her away from her former line of work certainly played a large part in giving Class 7 a great foundation. She is, after all, one of the strongest people in the Empire, and her experience makes her a natural field leader.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, they don't know her reputation just yet, is it? Well, neither do we, but we suspected a lot with the purple lightning and stuff.
Instructor Sarah? One of the strongest people in Erebonia?
Exactly what experience might you be referring to?
I've even heard rumors of her daring exploits myself. She was known as the Purple Lightning. Doesn't that sound exciting?
Wait. Purple Lightning?
I knew it.
If you two have heard of it, it must be a household name among martial artists.
That's right. Though I've just heard it in passing.
Ah, that young ace of the Erebonian Bracer Guild, and one of the Empire's most famous bracers. She has a history full of brave feats and dangerous deeds. She was even the youngest bracer to achieve A-rank status. Back then, she was known as the Purple Lightning. Now, you know her simply as your homeroom teacher.
Getting led by a bracer. Very, very fitting. Yes, let's save. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna leave it here, because this feels like we are nowhere near ending the scene inside the St. Astraia Girls' School, Academy, whatever you want to call it. And I don't want to have like a third or fourth episode that's going to go over an hour. So I'm going to leave it here. On the next episode, we're going to continue and see what else we can learn here at St. Astraia's Girls' School. And I have to say, even though it might be somewhat of a shorter episode, we've learned a lot. Especially giving us more insight on the creation of Class 7. And like they said, this gives them a peace of mind knowing what was behind the entire creation and who's all around what the decision is being made. Rufus, Arena, and of course Regnitz. Yeah, like I said, invaluable when it comes to lore this episode. Definitely. And I can't wait to see what we're gonna learn afterwards. And we still don't know if Alfin is gonna ask Rean to go with her on the garden party. Even though I think that's a relative certainty, but we need to see it. So yeah, that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. As hopefully we get to see how Princess Alfin is gonna ask Rean to go to the garden party. Bye bye.